Just your first impression.
By a lake.
I'm by a lake. Describe this lake for me. What does it look like?
Surrounded by trees.
Surrounded by trees.
The water is cold. There's gravel.
And in this place, by this lake, do you have a body?
I'm standing in the water.
I'm standing in the water. Look down at your feet. What do they look like?
They're little.
Little feet. Are they male or female feet?
I think they're little boys.
Little boys. So let's see how you're dressed. Take a look at your rest of your body.
I'm wearing kind of like longer shorts with suspenders.
Longer shorts with
Or
suspenders.
like brown. They're like work pants. kind
Work
of thing.
pants. What do you look like?
I have freckles. Brown hair, brown reddish hair.
And how old are you?
7 or 8.
7 or 8. Very good. And what is it that you're doing at this lake today? Are you working there?
I'm skipping rocks.
You're skipping rocks. Are you by yourself or is there somebody with you?
I can hear some other kids.
So how do you feel in this place?
Good.
It's good.
Fun place.
It's a fun place. Very good. So let's find out a little bit more about you. I'd like for you to go to the place in which you live in that lifetime. I want you to close this scene, and I'm going to count from 1 to 3, and I want you to just be in front of that place. 1, 2, and 3. Be there now. What does your home look like?
It's like a wood cabin.
A wood cabin. Describe it for me. Where is it?
And surrounded by nature. There's a long driveway, kind of path to the house.
A long path. Do you see anyone around the cabin?
My dad.
What does your dad look like?
He's also wearing these kind of work pants, except they're long. And his shirt and his hat. Like a beret kind of a hat.
A beret. Very good.
And he's all sweaty.
He's all sweaty. What does your father do?
Something with lumber.
Do you help your dad?
I get in his way.
So now that you're in your house, let's go inside your house. How do you get there?
It's a wooden door. I'm barefoot. There's a table with wooden chairs.
What else do you see inside this cabin?
My mother's cooking.
Your mother's cooking. Do you see anyone else in this cabin?
I can hear kids giggle. Girls.
Girls. Are you the only boy?
No, I have an older brother.
You do? All
He's
right.
not there.
He's not there. All right.
He's outside with my dad.
Very good. How do you feel about your family?
I love them.
So I'd like for you to close this scene and open it up when you're all sitting at the table eating a meal together. Be there now.
My father said a prayer.
Mm-hmm.
And I have my older brother and my 2 sisters.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the youngest.
You're the youngest. And where's your mom?
She's also at the table.
Mm-hmm. So I want you to look all around the table at each one of them. And I want you to look directly into their eyes, because the eyes are the window to the soul. And as you look into the eyes, let's see if you recognize those eyes in the lifetime of Crystal. Who are you looking at first?
My dad.
Mm-hmm. Do you recognize those eyes?
I think it was my brother.
Mm-hmm. Feel the connection that you feel? How do you feel about your dad?
I love my dad, but he finds me a nuisance.
He finds you a nuisance. Mm-hmm. Tell me why.
Because he's busy working. He has no time to play with me.
No time to play. Does anybody else play with you?
My sisters do, but they're girls.
Mm-hmm. What about your brother?
He has to help my dad.
Mm-hmm. So he's busy, just like your dad.
Yeah.
Very good. Look around the table, see if you recognize anybody else.
I think my mom.
Mm-hmm.
She might be my sister.
Mm-hmm. I want you to connect with her and see how you feel. How do you feel about Mom?
I love her.
Mm-hmm. Does she show you love?
She does.
Oh, very good. So is there anything else that you need to see from these siblings? Do you recognize them?
No.
No. All right. So I'd like for you to close this scene now. And I'd like for you to now move to another important event in that same lifetime when something affected you. Be there.
There's an accident.
Mm-hmm. What happened?
My dad gets hit by a tree. And it's my fault.
What happened?
I got under his way.
Mm-hmm.
My brother is angry. He's shouting at me. My dad is dead. He's dead. He died. I'm so sorry. I just wanted to be with him.
Mm-hmm. So let's see what happens next. I'd like for you to move forward to another scene in that lifetime that was significant. What happens?
My brother had to take over the work.
Mm-hmm.
He's always hated me for it.
Mm-hmm. Do you help your brother?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. But when you help him, how does that feel?
I don't think he likes me.
Mm-hmm. How old?
He has no patience for me.
No patience. How old are you there?
13.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Let's close this scene now. Let's move to when you're much older. when a special event happens? Where are you?
I'm married and I have a son.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to do better.
I want to do better. So how is it that you change your life?
Well, I want to do better for my son.
Mm-hmm.
I want to make him laugh and spend time with me. But I have a lot of stress too.
Mm-hmm. What is it that you do to earn a living?
I work in a mill.
Mm-hmm.
But when I come home, we laugh and skip rocks by the lake.
Do you feel that you learned from that experience how to be a good dad?
Yeah, I always feel bad for killing my dad.
Where do you hold that pain?
In my heart.
Mm-hmm. So let's now move to the last day of your life in that lifetime. Be on the last day. Where are you?
I'm in my bed.
Mm-hmm. How old are you there?
I'm really old.
Mm-hmm. Are you alone or are there others with you?
My son is there with me.
Mm-hmm.
He has a little girl in his arms. My wife is there.
How are you feeling about your life?
I had a good life.
Mm-hmm.
It was hard work.
Mm-hmm.
But I had a good life.
As you look at that life, you can see back different time periods, different moments. What do you remember best about that life?
Spending time with my son.
Mm-hmm. Look at your son's eyes. Do you recognize those eyes? Do they seem familiar?
No.
No. So I'd like for you just to take your last breath now in that lifetime and slip your spirit out of that body. And tell me what happens as you let go of that body. What do you see?
White light.
Mm-hmm. Keep going.
My guide.
Mm-hmm. Does your guide say anything to you?
No, he just puts his arm around me.
Mm-hmm.
He says you did good.
Mm-hmm. And now that you're with your guide, you'll understand what that whole lifetime was about. Why did you need to suffer with the death of your dad?
It wasn't my fault.
Mm-hmm.
And it made me a better dad.
Mm-hmm. So I'd like for you to connect with your dad. See if he's there with you.
He's laughing.
Mm-hmm. What does he tell you?
It's okay. It's okay. He says it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
He says he's sorry he didn't spend more time with me.
Mm-hmm. Can you forgive your dad?
Yes.
So take a look at what you're carrying in your heart all that time. Do you need to carry that heartache any longer?
No.
No. Who would you like to give that to?
I'd like to give it to the universe.
Mm-hmm. So allow that white light to absorb it and release that burden, that guilt, thinking that you killed your dad. And let's see what happens after that. Where do you go to with your guide? What happens next?
We're going into a room and I lay down.
Going into a room.
And I lay down.
You lay down. Mm-hmm. What is this room?
It's a healing room.
Mm-hmm. Are you alone in this healing room?
No, there's my guide and two others.
Mm-hmm. Who are these two others?
Angels.
Mm-hmm. And what is the purpose of this room? What do they do with you?
I'm being prepared.
Mm-hmm. So tell me how it is that they prepare you.
They put a blanket on me.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them is holding my feet gently. And I'm being given a book.
Mm-hmm. What does this book look like?
She just put it on my chest.
Mm-hmm.
It's my life, my book of life.
Mm-hmm.
It tells me what I'm going to do next.
Mm-hmm. How is it that you receive the information from that book?
It's imprinted in my heart.
Mm. Are you able to understand what's been imprinted?
No, it'll unfold.
It'll unfold. Very good. So what happens next in that healing room?
I rest.
Mm-hmm. So I'd like for that time to lapse when you are fully rested. It's time for the next phase. How do you know when you have rested enough?
I'm a little girl.
I'm a little girl. Very good. Where are you?
Outside playing with the ball.
Mm-hmm. What do you look like?
I have pigtails.
Mm-hmm.
Braids.
Mm-hmm.
Reddish hair.
Mm-hmm. How old are you there?
6.
Mm-hmm. And what do they call you there?
Pippa.
Pippa. So Pippa, look around you and describe what this place looks like.
It's a courtyard.
Mm-hmm. In this courtyard, what's around it? Are there trees or are there buildings? What do you experience there?
It's a courtyard of this building.
Mm-hmm.
There's an old bike leaning against the wall and some stairs going up and concrete stairs.
Mm-hmm. Is this where you live, Pippa?
Yeah.
So take me to the place where you live. Let's go inside. And describe to me what's there.
It's our apartment.
Mm-hmm.
And my mother is there.
Mm-hmm. Take a look at your mother and tell me how she's dressed.
She's wearing this old, it's an old dress.
Is it a long dress or a short dress? What does it look like?
Kind of 3/4.
Mm-hmm. What is your mother doing?
She's cooking.
Mm-hmm. What else do you notice about this place?
There's music.
Music? Mm-hmm. What do
An
you hear?
old record player.
Old record player.
She's humming.
Mm-hmm. Do you see anybody else there?
My dad's coming home. He's wearing a coat and a hat.
Mm-hmm. How does that make you feel when your dad comes home?
I'm happy to see him.
Mm-hmm.
He picks me up.
Look into his eyes, Pippa. The eyes at the window to the soul. Do you recognize those eyes in the lifetime of Crystal?
He's my dad.
Mm-hmm. What happens next?
I can smell alcohol in his breath.
Mm-hmm.
But he's laughing.
How does that make you feel?
I don't like it.
Mm-hmm. So let's see what happens next. I'd like for you to fast forward to the next significant event that makes an impact on you. Where are you?
My dad's coming home drunk.
Mm-hmm. How old are you there?
14.
Mm-hmm. What happens?
I watch him go up the stairs. My mother's not happy.
Mm-hmm.
They fight. He gets angry with her. And then he hits her.
How does that make you feel?
Scared.
Mm-hmm. Are you by yourself or are there other siblings?
No, I'm by myself.
Mm-hmm.
He's still yelling. And then he goes into the bedroom. She's crying. I want her to leave him. but she doesn't.
Very good. So close this scene now, Pippa. And we're going to move to another significant event in your life, something that impacted you. Be there now. Where are you?
At a funeral.
How old are you there?
My 20s.
Mm-hmm. Whose funeral is this?
My mother's.
Mm-hmm. What's happened to your mother?
She fell down the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
Broke her neck.
How is this impacting you?
I know it was him.
Mm-hmm.
I hate him.
Anything else from that?
No.
So close the scene and now move to another important event. Something that changed your life once again. Where are you?
I leave.
Mm-hmm.
He's drunk. I leave. I have a suitcase.
Mm-hmm.
I'm never coming home again.
How old are you there, Pippa?
25.
Mm-hmm. So as you leave, I'd like for you to just feel what it is that you have said to yourself about your father.
I was so disgusted.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna kill himself drinking.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be there to see it.
Very good. So let's move now ahead to the next significant event in your life. What happens next? Where are you?
The train station.
Mm-hmm.
With my husband. I'm waiting for my daughter to come home.
Where's she coming from?
School. She was away at school.
Mm-hmm. And how old is your daughter?
17.
So tell me what happens.
Oh, I'm so happy to see her.
Mm-hmm.
She tells me about school. And she tells me she's fallen in love.
Mm-hmm. Take a look at her eyes. Do you recognize those eyes?
It's Mika.
Mm-hmm.
And she gets married. And he drinks. And I want to protect her.
Mm-hmm. Are you able to do that?
I kill him. came and they were fighting. And he hit her so hard she fell. And I took the bottle and I hit it over his head. Gave him a good blow on the side of his head. And then he fell and he died.
Do you recognize that soul?
He looked like my father.
Mm-hmm. What happens after that?
My daughter is crying. I'm relieved he's dead. He's not going to hurt her again.
What happens to you, Pippa?
Nothing. We claim it was an accident.
Mm-hmm.
Self-defense. Because we were all hurt. I didn't care anyway.
Mm-hmm. So I'd like for you now to close that scene and let's go to the last day of your life in that lifetime. Look at the last day. And tell me where you are.
I'm in bed.
Mm-hmm. Are you alone or are there others with you?
My daughter is there.
Mm-hmm.
My husband already died.
And you can look at that lifetime and look at the memories from that life. What was significant about that life?
She lived it. She repeated it.
Mm-hmm.
And I so wanted her to be protected from it. But I couldn't protect her.
Mm-hmm.
She made the mistake.
Did you make any promise to her?
That I would always keep her safe.
Mm-hmm. Have you?
I did.
Mm-hmm. So what was the purpose of that life, having lived with two men, both reliving the same thing? What did you need to learn?
Feeling of helplessness.
Mm-hmm.
Finding the strength and the courage.
Mm-hmm. Good. Do you feel it was a successful life?
Yes.
Good. So take your last breath in that lifetime and just slip your spirit right out of that body. And tell me what you see.
My guide's waiting again.
Mm-hmm. What does your guide tell you this time?
He's laughing.
Mm-hmm.
He says, "Why do you want to do that again?"
What do you say back?
I know.
What happens next? Anybody else there to greet you? Does your guide take you anywhere?
There's some elders.
Mm-hmm. How many do you see?
4.
Mm-hmm. What do these elders look like?
They're in robes.
Mm-hmm. Look at your own body. What does it look like there?
I don't have a body.
You don't have a body. Very good. So what is the reason for your meeting with these elders today?
To think about another life.
Mm-hmm. How do you feel about another life?
I'm a little worried.
Mm-hmm. Why is that?
Because I feel like I just repeated a class
Mm-hmm.
again and again.
What is it that you didn't learn from those two different lifetimes?
I didn't trust my intuition.
Mm-hmm.
And that I should be protecting my life as I did for my daughter.
Mm-hmm. Why is it important for you to protect your life first?
So that I can protect my daughter.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm told I'm taking on lessons I don't need to learn anymore.
Mm. So what lessons are the ones that are being taken on that are no longer needed?
Just getting involved with people that I know I shouldn't be getting involved with.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think I can make a difference in their life.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't.
So did you make any agreement with the elders that you wouldn't be taking on these lessons?
I have free will.
Mm-hmm.
And it just makes it harder for me.
Mm-hmm.
They tell me that I don't need to punish myself. That it's okay.
So what is decided about your next life?
I want an easy life. I need lightness.
How do you choose this life?
They choose it. They choose it for me.
They choose it for you. Very good. Is there any preparedness that you need to have before you go?
I'm being told that I just need to be happy.
Just need to be happy. Very good.
Feel joy.
Mm-hmm. Good. So let's see what happens on the way to your new life. I'd like for you to take me to that moment. What happens next?
It feels like I'm wearing a heavy coat of sadness and anger and angst, and that coat is being slipped off me. Somebody's pulling it off me.
Very good. What happens when they slip it off?
I feel so much better.
Are you ready now to move to a new life?
Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm. Feeling light? Are you taking that happy and joy with you?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So let's find out how it is that you select that family. How does it happen?
It's it's a wealthy family.
It's a wealthy family. Very good.
And they have automobiles.
Mm-hmm.
And my mom and dad are warm, fun, kind-hearted people.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of laughter.
Take a look at your body there. Are you male or female?
I'm a young woman.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really pretty.
Mm-hmm. What do they call you there?
Lilo?
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 Mm-hmm. When I say Lilo, does that resonate with you?
Lilo. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So Lilo, what is it that you do in this family? How do you spend your time?
I'm a singer.
You're a singer. What do you sing?
It's like jazz, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
I laugh a lot.
Look all around you. Who are the significant people?
My parents,
Mm-hmm.
my sister. There's men who want to marry me.
Mm-hmm. How do you feel about that?
I flirt and I laugh, but I don't want to get married.
Mm-hmm. Are you a good singer, Lilo?
Yeah, I have fun.
Mm-hmm. Good. So let's go to a significant event in that lifetime that kind of sums up everything about that life. Where are you?
I'm dying.
Mm-hmm. How old are you there?
I'm very old.
Mm-hmm.
I had such a good life.
Who's with you at this moment?
My daughter.
Mm-hmm. Do you recognize those eyes?
No.
How do you feel in this moment?
Fulfilled.
Fulfilled, very good. If you were to give a word that describes this whole life, what would it be?
It's a joyous life.
Joyous life, very good. Very good. So let's take your last breath out of that body. Allow your spirit to release from the body. And tell me what happens next. Where do you go?
I'm on a bench.
Mm-hmm. Where is this bench?
In spirit.
Mm-hmm. Are you by yourself, or is there anyone with you?
I'm waiting.
Mm-hmm. Who are you waiting for?
My guide.
Mm. Tell me when you see your guide.
I feel like he's He's talking on my behalf.
Mm-hmm.
He says I still need healing.
What is it that needs to be healed?
A broken heart.
A broken heart. So even though you just lived a life of joy, you still carry a broken heart.
From other lifetimes.
Mm-hmm. So how is that broken heart affecting the lifetime of Crystal?
She isolates herself.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't trust.
Mm-hmm. Is this lack of trust coming from these lifetimes in which she has just experienced? Or are there many more?
There's many more.
Mm-hmm. Why is it that she goes through so many lifetimes experiencing this? Are these her lessons?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Why is she taking on such difficult lessons?
She so desperately wants to help and heal others.
Mm-hmm. But how can she help and heal others if she's carrying this broken heart?
She's taken on lessons she's not supposed to take on.
Mm-hmm.
She can't heal everybody.
Mm-hmm. So is she taking on their broken hearts too?
Yeah, she's so sensitive.
Mm-hmm. Take a look at her heart now. What is this heart composed of?
It's very tender.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a hard shell around it.
Mm-hmm. Did she come into this lifetime with that shell, or did she create it? Who created that hard shell? Let's find the origin. Is it coming from her lifetimes, her ancestors? Let's look through all the branches in which she is connected with. Whose shell is that? Follow it all the way back. Where is this heavy shell? Where is the origin of it? Begin to see the pictures, the characters, the situation. What created that shell?
It's not just it's layers. It's like layers and layers and layers. With every lifetime, there's another layer.
Mm-hmm. Well, just like an onion has many layers.
Yes.
We need to peel through all of those layers. So I'd like for you to just focus on the outer layer of that heart right now. The first layer. What created that one?
That's her last life with when she killed her daughter's husband.
Mm-hmm. Does she need to bring that layer with her?
No.
No. Can we now release that layer?
Yeah.
So I'd like for you to go ahead and peel away that layer.
Yeah.
And I want you just to imagine yourself dropping it into something that can dissolve that layer. What can that be that dissolves that layer?
Liquid light.
Liquid light. What color is that light?
Gold.
Gold. Very good. So see yourself just dropping it into that liquid gold and just dissolving it.
Yeah.
Very good. Now let's take a look at the next layer. The one deeper. What is that coming from? Allow yourself to see the pictures and the time frame.
Our own marriage from that drunken man.
Her own marriage.
Yeah.
What was the lesson that she was supposed to learn from that marriage?
She should never have tried to heal him.
Taking on too much of a healing?
She thinks she can help these people.
What did he need from her?
Oh, she's such a bright light. People drain that energy.
So let's peel away that onion skin from that heart. We don't need to have that reminder any longer.
Yeah.
Can you forgive yourself for holding on to that?
Yeah.
All right, so just peel it off, release it, and just dip it into that golden light. Very good. Let's take a look at the next layer. What is that layer? Where is that coming from? What is this time frame?
Oh, and say betrayal. It's betrayal.
Can you forgive him for that?
Yeah.
Understanding that sometimes people do things because they're so scared.
Yeah.
So go ahead and release that skin off your heart. Dunk it into the golden light. How does that heart look?
Better.
Are there any more skins around it? Take a look.
It's like
a little membrane.
It's like somebody doesn't want me to do that.
Find out what's holding it. Who's keeping you from not wanting to do that? Look at their face.
It's dark.
So what's left in your heart that needs to be fixed?
It's wrapped around the heart too.
Like a little membrane around it?
Yeah.
So let's find out what the origin of this is.
Who says never to trust anybody and to be selfish?
Is this a true statement?
No.
No. So why have you taken this and wrapped your heart?
I was little.
So see how little you are there.
4.
4. So what do you want to tell her about how to care for your heart?
that love makes it stronger.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't need to hold on to that love.
Mm-hmm.
There's more.
Good. Feel the heart. And look at it. And tell me if there's anything dark around it now.
No.
No. Very good. So what does your heart need now to completely heal from all of this tightness, all of this shell that was around it?
Practice joy.
And practice joy. All right. So let's put some joy in it. What color does joy represent for you?
Like a rainbow.
Beautiful. So I'm going to put my hand over your heart. Now why don't you go ahead and bring in that rainbow of light into your heart and begin filling that rainbow. Almost as if it was a kaleidoscope of lights, shimmering, every color of the rainbow filling it, and with each heartbeat, feel the colors expanding out into every cell in this body. This joy overflowing. And I'm going to put that into your mind also. So now look at that heart, and I'd like for you to look at your guide once again. Be back at that bench with your guide. What does your guide say now?
It's time to let go.
Mm-hmm. Let's see what it is that you're holding on to. Allow your guide to show you. What are you holding on to?
The burden of the world.
Mm-hmm. Where are you carrying that burden?
Yeah.
Take a look. Where is that being carried?
On my shoulders.
Mm-hmm. How are you carrying this burden? What does it look like to you?
Oh, it's dark.
Mm-hmm.
It's heavy.
Mm-hmm.
It's like people put their stuff on me.
Mm-hmm. But even though people put their stuff on you, there's no responsibility for you to carry it. Why have you been carrying all of their stuff? What does that do for Crystal to hold on to everybody's stuff?
She doesn't know.
She doesn't know any better?
No.
So are we ready now to release all of the burdens of the world?
Yes.
All right. So let's take a look at the back and see how are these burdens represented. Are they in a big sack? Are they big rocks? What do they look like on top of her?
It's a sack, but it's a hook.
All right. Where is that hooked into?
On my shoulder.
All right. So I want you to go ahead and find what's keeping that hook hooked up.
It's in my...
Is there an emotion or a word that keeps it hooked in? Take a look. What hooks it in? There must be something there that anchors it. Is it guilt? Is it responsibility? What is it that Crystal feels that she needs to hook all of the world's burdens on her? Or is it this just that she wants to help?
She doesn't know that that's what it does.
Okay, very good. Are we ready to release that hook now?
Yes.
All right, so I want you to go ahead and just release the hook. Just grab it and pull it and just release it. And I want you to see all those rocks or the whole burden of the world just fall right off.
Okay.
And feel the difference in the shoulder, in the neck, But now that that burden has been released, we need to replace it with something that will help transform that area into something stronger, because it's been holding. It's blue?
Gold.
Gold, very good. So I'd like for you to go ahead and see that gold. Go ahead and feel that gold going in. And just transforming that area, filling it up as if it was a golden ointment. And golden light, just filtering through that whole area, filling it in. We don't want to leave any spaces. Fill everything in. And as the old tradition goes, the Chinese would fill the spaces, the gaps in which they broke their very fine china. They filled it with gold in order to fortify it, make it stronger, and make it beautiful. So I'd like for you to go ahead and fill all of those spaces with gold, making it stronger and more beautiful and lighter.
Okay.
Good. And now that we're in that area, let's take a look at what's going on with the lower back. Is this the same thing or something different?
It's the same thing.
It's the same thing. How does that look now?
Better.
Better. Very good. She also experiences issues with her knees. She's trying to move forward. She's trying to run, to take her body someplace, but her knees are acting up. Let's take a look at the knees and let's address them. And tell me what's going on with the knees right now. What's there?
She's doing too much.
She's doing too much. All right, I want you to go ahead and show her a picture. Show her a picture of all the things she's doing too much of.
She's doing too much of nothing.
That's an interesting concept, isn't it?
She's a busybody.
Trying to put all of the burdens of the world on her shoulders?
Yeah.
So I want you to show her where she's been a busybody.
She just needs to sit down and rest and meditate and get clear. She's running away from her life.
She is.
Yeah.
So can I ask for a guide on her behalf to sit her down, calm her down, so that when she does want to run and exercise, she's doing it for the right reason?
Yeah.
And not to run away?
Yeah.
Good. What's happening with her teeth and her sinuses? What's that all about? Are they connected?
Yeah.
Let's take a look inside the sinuses. I want you to go deep, deep, deep in the sinuses and tell me what those sinuses look like.
Oh, it's coming from her head. There's something on the right-hand side.
Okay, what is that that's on the right-hand side?
Oh, it's like a...
What is that?
Oh, it's... there's something there, like somebody drilled a hole.
They drilled a hole in there?
Yeah.
And what's happening? What's going through that hole? Why is it affecting the sinuses and the teeth? What's being put through that hole? Let's take her back to that. I'm going to count from 5 to 1. I want you to follow who it is that drilled that hole. 5, going through time and space to find the moment in time in which the hole was being drilled. 4, drifting and floating, finding the moment. 3, seeing your body there, seeing who's drilling. 2 and 1, be there now. Where are you?
There, it's like a hospital.
A hospital. Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to be there.
Are you male or female? Take a look at your body.
Female.
Female. Mm-hmm.
And
what is the reason why you're in the hospital? Why did they put you there?
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But this is not good.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing something not good.
So I'd like for you to separate yourself from that body and just watch it as an observer. And as an observer, you'll be able to see where you are and what they're doing to you. Who are these people?
Oh, they're not from here.
They're not from here. What do they look like?
Yeah. They're wearing masks.
They're wearing masks? What kind of masks do they wear?
Like a astronaut suit, kind of.
Like astronauts?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Take a look at their bodies. What do their bodies look like?
I want to say they have multiple arms.
Mm-hmm. Multiple arms?
And they're working on my head.
Mm-hmm.
And they're putting something in my head.
What do you look like as you're lying there?
I'm younger.
Mm-hmm. Is it the same body of crystal? Or somebody else?
I want to say Pippa.
Pippa. Mm-hmm. What is it that they're doing to this head?
It's like control.
Mm-hmm.
And it hurts.
Mm-hmm. I want you to just observe it. I don't want you to be in the body. Just take a look at it. And find out if there was an arrangement, a contract made with these astronauts.
No.
To do this.
No.
Okay.
No, this is not right.
Not right. So you have now the ability to use your free will to tell them what you think about this. Tell them what you... Go ahead and talk to them.
I don't want this.
Mm-hmm. So tell them no.
You take that out.
Take it out now.
Take it out now.
What happens?
It's got hooks.
Mm-hmm.
And it hurts as it goes out.
Tell them to take everything out now.
Take everything out now. Okay.
All right. Now that they made this, I want you to go ahead and tell them that they need to fix what they just did.
You need to fix this. You need to heal this.
Mm-hmm. What do they say?
They're not happy.
Mm-hmm. No, of course not. But you have free will, don't you?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead and make them fix it. Make them fix it better than it was before.
Okay, that feels good.
Very good. Can you forgive these astronauts for not knowing, for being so inconsiderate, thinking that it didn't feel at all to you? Because we know that we've done things to animals sometimes when we didn't know that it hurt them. And they didn't know that we had feelings. Can you release it and let them go?
Yeah.
All right. So with that forgiveness in your heart, take a look now at your head.
Oh yeah, that's better.
All right, so let's put something in there that will help you even better. What can we use to clear out all of that space and just give it a nice, cool treatment? What would you like to use?
Oh, violet light.
Violet light, very good. So I'd like for you to go ahead and see the violet light coming in through your head and filling the space with beautiful, cooling violet light. See that violet light working on the inflammation? Because the inflammation is just the body's way of attacking what it felt was being attacked. So use that violet light to bring down the inflammation. Open up all the passages that were scared. Clear up any fogginess that you have so that you'll be able to just dissipate any of that congestion that was there before. And tell me when you've completely gone through the entire head and go down into your teeth.
Okay.
Very good. Now that we've taken care of the sinuses and the teeth, did this have anything to do with her focus and concentration?
Yeah.
Yeah. What about her intuition? All of that
Oh yeah.
is within the third eye, isn't it? So what is it that these astronauts were doing to her to keep her from moving forward?
Blocking.
Blocking. And now that that blocking is gone, what is it that Crystal came here to do? We know she didn't come here to take on the burdens of the world.
No. But she does help and heal.
She does help and heal. So how does she help and heal people? Because she's been in the corporate world all her life. How can she help and heal others now?
She does it just by being with them.
Just by being with them. Okay. But she feels very disconnected from people.
Yeah.
Is that how it should be?
That's part of her lesson.
Okay. Tell her what that lesson is.
She doesn't belong to one. She belongs to many.
Mm-hmm.
She's strong and independent. She's more with us in the spirit than with the people.
Mm-hmm. So as spirit, what are the gifts that she brings to mankind in this lifetime?
She gives them energy.
Mm-hmm. Has she been using this energy?
This thing in her head has been holding her back.
Okay. So now that she's got her head completely unblocked and can move forward, What can she anticipate in the future? Will she be able to use all of that learning to help people with her new business?
It doesn't matter what she does.
Okay. What does matter?
To just be who she is.
Okay. So just in the lifetime in which she was a singer, she was just supposed to be joyous?
Yeah.
In this life?
And give love.
Give love. Very good.
Yeah.
So now that she knows that she is just to give love, how can she help herself from angering so quickly?
It was the bag.
It was the baggage that was holding her back?
It was so heavy.
Mm-hmm. Good. So let's take a look at her whole body and see if there's anything else that we need to take care of today. How does this body look now? Should be light as a feather now.
Yeah.
Very good. So now that her body is clear, the fog in her head is clear, I'd like for you to go ahead and take Crystal back to the exact moment in which she was born in this life. I'd like for you to go ahead and go to the time when you are slipping out of your mom. And I want you to go ahead and look at the clock on the wall and tell me what time it is.
It's 10:40.
10:40. A.M. or P.M.?
P.M.
Very good. Very good. And now, is there anything that I didn't ask that you would like to tell Crystal before we bring her back?
She has to pay attention to the animals.
Mm-hmm.
They come to tell her. She has to pay attention. They're there to help or to tell stories.
Mm-hmm.
She has a big heart.
Very good. And moving forward now, can she use her knowledge of connecting with animals and nature to connect more with people?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She just can't take it on.
Okay. So I'd like for you to go ahead and add to her shoulders a very slippery ointment. Something that's very, very slippery, kind of like a green aloe that nothing can slip on, can attach to. Go ahead and put that over her shoulders and her neck, so that if she tries to take on the burdens of others, it'll slip right off. And tell me when it's done.
Okay.
Very good. And now that her shoulders are slippery, I'd like for you to go ahead and go through her body and see if her chakras are aligned. And align those chakras before we bring her out. And now, Crystal, I want you to go ahead and disconnect from all of those lifetimes in which you were experiencing. Disconnect from those astronauts. Disconnect from all of those feelings, from all of those lifetimes, almost as if you were cutting the rope on a boat tied to a pier, and allow those lifetimes to just slip away. Understanding that this was part of the process, but you don't need to hold on to that any longer. And now, I'd like for you to reach out to any of those ancestors that need some assistance. And I want you to send them that beautiful light from your heart What light is emanating from your heart?
Gold.
Gold. I want you to reach out to all of those ancestors who suffered so much in the war. And just like a lighthouse, beam that light out to them. And connect with them, with your love. Not taking on their burdens, but just allowing the light of the universe to flow through you and fill their hearts. And tell me as a collective, what do you hear? What do you feel?
Gratitude.
Mm-hmm. Very good. And with that light now, you can tell them that they can just release all of their burdens and go to the light. And tell me when it's done.
It's done.
Very good, thank you. All over.
Oh, God, these rocks are on fire in my hands. Oh, my God.
Ooh, that's a lot of energy. Let's switch them up. Wow.
Oh, wow.
How do you feel?
Oh, I feel great.
You feel great?
Yes, I feel great. Wow.
How long do you think this was? How did it feel to you? Short? Long?
Yeah, an hour?
You're about an hour and 27 minutes right now.
Oh, my gosh.
You did great.
Oh, that was crazy. Oh, that was in my head, like, these...
A drill?
When these anchors, it was just like an anchor.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
How do your sinuses feel?
Oh God, they feel good actually. Oh, it must have been just seeping, whatever that was, seeping right into my sinuses. Cause I could hear that drill. Oh, that was scary.
Crazy, huh?
Wow, whatever that was.
Wow. What a session. A lot of lifetimes. A lot of anger, huh?
Yes.
Yeah. Does it make sense to you?
And again and again and again.
The same thing over and over again.
God.
You came here doing the same thing again.
Yeah. I did, didn't I?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. Same people, same situations over and over again.
Yeah.
You don't need to do that any longer. You came to just be now.
Yeah. God,
can you
all
see
these
how your
burdens.
Yeah. Can you see why you chose that family?
I needed to put an end to all of this for all of them.
Yeah.
To end this cycle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
To let it go.
Yeah, because they were not able to do that. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
You feel light?
I do. I feel great. I really do. My hands were on fire. Oh my God, these stones. I couldn't even let go. I mean, I felt that how they were getting hotter and hotter and hotter, and I just couldn't let go. I was, oh my God.
So is this something you want to share or you want to keep private?
Gosh, I think we can share this, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there
was a lot in there, wasn't it?
Yes, there was.
Did a lot of work.
Wow.
A lot of work.
That felt really good. It was like a meat hook.
Yeah. That's how I saw it. A big metal hook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And God, it was pulling down, and it was heavy.
Mm-hmm. Amazing.
So, Crystal.
Yes.
How do you feel?
I feel great.
Yeah?
Yes, my hands are still on fire, but I feel great. I can't believe...
Hold on to the shungite.
Yes, please. I can't believe these stones. What a power.
We went through so many lifetimes, and it was the same thing over and over again.
Like a merry-go-round. It was just going on again and again.
The guilt trip that you held from the little boy who felt that he killed his dad.
Yeah.
and having the resentment there.
Yeah.
And then Pippa
Yeah.
with the husband and the son-in-law, and it's like...
When I killed him, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Does it make sense?
It does make sense. Yes,
Yeah.
it does make sense.
Yeah. And you were holding on to everybody's stuff.
I was. And no wonder the pain, I could feel that hook right in my shoulder. What a...
Holding on.
Oh, my gosh, yes.
So we put some slippery stuff now.
We did.
No more burdens from anybody.
That felt really good. It was very cool and soothing, like aloe vera.
Yeah, like aloe.
Good. Yes.
It was good.
Yes, I enjoyed that.
So this is not your first hypnosis session.
I had one more before that, so this is my second one.
Yeah. What was the difference?
Oh my God, night and day. I think I went so much deeper. I was really very, and I saw so much clearer. Everything was clear. I saw things in detail, small little details, freckles on the face, and
that's nice.
Really, really good. God, that thing in the head, that was crazy. That was, I could feel it too. I could, you could hear the sound of the drill.
Yes. And after they took it out?
Yeah, and it felt so much better. Oh, they didn't want to take it out. No. They didn't want to put anything nice in it either. They're like, But it was like they had more than 2 arms. I saw
multiple arms.
Oh my God, that was
so there was almost like an insectoid type of a thing.
Something like that.
Yeah.
It had I guess maybe like an insectoid because they had these eyes like an astronaut helmet.
Yeah, but it was almost like an ant, maybe?
Yeah.
Like a mantis or an ant. That was the big
white. They were white, but I knew this was not a good thing. I mean, but somehow I couldn't stop him from doing it.
Yeah.
And
you did.
I did.
And you feel good.
Out.
And when Crystal came in, it was she was constantly dealing with sinuses. How do your sinuses feel now?
They feel great. Oh my God! And afterwards, as this thing was out, and they had to put, healing light in, I could breathe. It just totally opened up my sinuses.
That's amazing.
Really good. Really
I love
good.
it. Yes. I love it.
Yes. God, coming to Alba is like 50 years worth of therapy and an hour and a half.
It was great.
Oh my God, that was awesome.
And not only have you been hypnotized before, but you've been to one of my events.
Yes, I have.
You went to the one in Weehawken.
Yeah, just not too long ago. What was that, in April, I think?
Just a few months ago, in August.
I loved the event and, understanding even your intro session was already helping me.
Yes.
Prepare me for this.
That's right. Yeah. So would you recommend one of these gatherings for other people?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, for sure. I also think that people that come to your site and to your events, there's a reason on why.
There is a reason.
There's a reason.
Yeah.
Yep.
So during these events, we actually do a very, very powerful activity where you channel your higher self. So that's where it starts.
Yeah.
And after lunch, then we do the regression. So it gives you time and time over and over again with putting you into trance.
Yeah.
And this is why when you finally got here today, even though you've been to a regression before, you have done it so many times now that it just comes really easily.
Yeah.
Practice makes perfect. So
it does.
If you haven't been hypnotized before, the first time may not be as successful as other times.
It'd be a good practice, even just to come to your event to understand how that works.
Yeah, it does.
Very beneficial. Yeah.
Yes. So if you would like to have a session with me, just go to my website, albaweinman.com.
Yep.
You need to sign up to my newsletter. Is that what you did?
I did, and I asked my spirits to help me.
Yes. She was actually at the event, at the gathering when my newsletter came out.
Yeah, and right there at lunchtime, I don't know why, in the midst of eating, I opened up the email and boom, got in. I was so lucky. Yeah,
yes.
I was so lucky.
Well, it's divine timing.
It is.
It was.
It is.
So if you don't get a session with me, meet me at one of these events.
Yeah.
There's a lot more that happens there than just what's on the agenda. It's really an intense connection that you get with the people there.
Yeah.
You can't describe it. I mean, I've never been able to describe what really happens there.
Yeah, it's a gathering of like-minded people. The energy is very high, and you could feel it. It's palpable. It's it's a beautiful event. But even just that visualization, I think it's very important, because I think we can. I know I've been using it in a day-to-day. It's good to sit down with yourself and just kind of say, it's like talking to yourself.
Yeah.
And getting the feedback and advice. It's good.
So I hope you enjoyed this session. This was really, this is like being in at the movies for me. It was so vivid.
That's great.
And I'll see you at the next video. Thanks for watching.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Let me have that hug.
Yes.
Oh, gosh, Alba.